Leanne Jones over at Bell Direct. Firstly, just on Treasury Wine Estates, Leanne, just seeing the market sell it down. It's down just shy of 2.5%. But were there any positives out of this result?
James, look, we're certainly seeing the market reacting pretty negatively today. I think there was only probably one bright spot that we saw out of the result, and really that was in terms of their Asian operations. They came in actually a little better than expected. Earnings were at $48 million, and this was actually about 40% ahead of forecast. So that was probably really the only positive that came out of it. Unfortunately, most of it was that negative commentary, those underlying profits down 339%, earnings down 15%. Their Australian and New Zealand business really continuing to struggle, and of course their American business as well also posted some earnings downgrades, particularly looking at their outlook as well. They didn't provide any quantitative earnings guidance, and again I think that's creating a bit of uncertainty from investors today. So unfortunately, really seeing that share price coming under pressure.
Better news for the exchange operator ASX. We're seeing its shares up about 1.5%. The IPO market helping to boost their bottom line.
That's exactly right, James. I certainly think that is one of the reasons why we're seeing a reaction in that share price today, sort of saying that that strong IPO market continues. They've seen about 11 new listings in the first 7 weeks of FY15, and total capital raised, in fact, for the month of July was up 182% to $6.8 billion. So certainly did look pretty positive. Also, in terms of some of those derivatives volumes, they were actually up about 2.5%, and we know that that's one area that the company certainly has been coming under a little bit of pressure with. So I think those two reasons we're seeing that reaction today. But overall, the result actually did come mostly in line with expectations. But certainly in terms of that outlook and that trading update that they've provided today, we're seeing a positive share price reaction.
The other end of the spectrum, talk me through Breville. It's off by just shy of 19% at the moment.
It is, James, and unfortunately it's been trading this way for most of the day, but I do think it looks like it may be a bit of an overreaction from investors today. I think the main reason we're seeing this for today is in fact the resignation of their CEO, Jack Lord, which I think has probably come as a bit of a surprise to investors, given the fact that we've seen quite a strong track record from him throughout the business. Looking at the result, it actually came in about 4% below consensus estimates, so again another potential reason we may be seeing that share price reaction. Their North American business was probably weaker than expected. Sales were down about 8.4%, and also looking at their FY15 outlook, once again they didn't provide any quantitative guidance in terms of those numbers. So I certainly think all of that's probably having an impact on the stock today, but I do think it's probably a bit of a shake-up in their leadership and a bit of uncertainty in terms of management going forward that's creating this heavy fall today.
And just finally, some thoughts on the broader market. Pretty flat at the moment.
It is pretty flat. This morning we opened in quite positive territory given those strong leads from the US overnight, but it does look like we are maintaining these sort of 6-year highs that we're sitting at. Of course, we reached that yesterday, and we seem to have maintained some of that positive momentum today off the back of some very strong earnings results, which really are continuing to come through from the likes of Super Retail Group, AMP, Origin, as well as Illumina. So that's certainly pushing our market into positive territory. The one area that's coming under a bit of pressure is that materials sector, and really we saw a bit of a reverse of some earlier gains when we saw that China data coming through, which of course missed estimates. And of course volumes are looking a little better today, which is reflecting a bit more confidence in the market, but overall, as you say, trading relatively flat.
All right, thanks very much.